Today, we're answering your questions about the Woodlands, Texas. Lots of people reach out to us either via email or they come in town and we show them homes, and they have a lot of questions about the Woodlands. So over the last 3 years of answering people's questions, touring clients that come and visit our community, I've compiled a list of frequently asked questions that I'd like to share with you today to answer everything so that you're more well-informed. Question number one is, how big is the Woodlands? And to be exact, it's 28,100 acres of beautiful, forested, master planned community. Now, it was originally developed and started being built in 1974 by George Mitchell and the Woodlands Development Corporation. What makes the Woodlands unique is it's actually broken up into 9 different villages. These villages are basically large neighborhoods that are then broken up into smaller neighborhoods that have a variety of price points in each one. They have a little bit different style, and because of the age difference in whenever things were built, some of the homes are older, 1970s, early 1980s, and some of the homes are 2018, 2014. So as you make your way west, you actually get to newer houses in the Woodlands. Question number 2 is, how many people actually live in the Woodlands? Recent studies show that the Woodlands actually has 118,000 residents. Now, they think this is going to cap off about 135,000 residents. And the reason for that future projection is actually the amount of commercial real estate that's coming to our community. So we've seen a lot of higher rise kind of apartment complex being developed in sort of the front of the Woodlands, closer to I-45, because most all, if not 100% of the Woodlands is completely built out regarding single family homes. So that additional growth we're going to see is due to an influx of more high density living. Now, with its growth over the last 50 years, the Woodlands has seen an influx in diversity. We have a lot of international clients and residents who are moving here because of the quality of life. I personally think it's cool to walk around our community areas and hear different languages being spoken, as well as seeing different types of houses of worship in our community. Question number 3 is, what kind of homes do we have in the Woodlands, Texas? Well, there's quite the variety, and there's quite the variety in price points, as I mentioned earlier. What's cool about the layout is that in each village, you're basically going to find this whole spectrum of homes. Anything from a condo, maybe a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, 1 bath, to a townhome that is a shared wall home. You've got plenty of single family homes. That's what the majority of the Woodlands is made up of. Now there's estate lots. You've got homes that are on the water. And then there are many homes that are actually on the golf course throughout the Woodlands that have larger lots as well. But for the most part, the Woodlands is going to be comprised of homes from $300,000 all the way up to multi-million-dollar homes. Something new and fun that we're seeing in our community is actually the presence of teardowns happening. So in some of these older parts of the Woodlands, developers are actually coming in, tearing older houses down that are in a great location or have a great view, and they're building modern, beautiful new construction homes. Reach out to our team. We actually have built some of these beautiful homes in the past. Hey, sorry to interrupt this video, but if you're thinking about moving to the Woodlands, Texas, our team would love to be your realtor. We get to help families each and every single day relocate here and make this community their home. Down below, or scan this QR code to reach out to us. Now, let's get back to the video. Question number 4 is, does the Woodlands have a downtown area? Very much so, yes, it does. It's what we call town center, and it's kind of one of the villages. There's a little bit of residential in the area. So it's made up of the Woodlands Mall, Market Street, you've got Hughes Landing, and plenty other, urban districts where you can walk around. The Waterway, too, is an area of our downtown. So you're gonna find dining, shopping, commercial space, right? Office buildings, all in our downtown. It's most commonly going to be recognized and seen from I-45. So as you make the Woodlands fly over onto Woodlands Parkway, you're going to notice all of the commercial real estate right there. And around that, supporting that, is what we call town center, which is going to be our downtown. Number 5 is, what is the HOA like in the Woodlands, Texas? Well, I'm going to let you in on a little secret here. The majority of the Woodlands does not have a homeowners association fee. Now, the Woodlands is governed by the Woodlands Township, and there are deed restrictions for the better of our community, to keep home prices high and to make sure you don't have an ugly house a couple doors down from you. Fortunately, there is no HOA fee in addition in our community. Now, all of the stuff that makes our community beautiful and all those fees are kind of baked into our property taxes here in the Woodlands. Now, there's no monthly or annual fee in the Woodlands unless you live maybe in one of these townhome communities or condo communities, or in Carlton Woods where it's gated and private. Typically, if you see a gated neighborhood in the Woodlands, there is going to be a small HOA on addition to your property taxes to help maintain those gates and landscaping and upkeep of those roads. Number 6 is, are the schools good in the Woodlands, Texas? Well, I actually personally went to the Woodlands High School and I really enjoyed my experience there. Overall, yes, our community is known for great education. Now, there are actually 3 different independent school districts that the Woodlands can be zoned to. The first is Conner ISD. About 85% of the Woodlands is going to be zoned to Conner Independent School District. It is nationally known. It's ranked very highly. There's a lot of great resources for kids to thrive and to learn. Additionally, there's going to be Tomball ISD. Now, the village of Creekside Park is exclusively zoned to Tomball ISD, and the last one is going to be Magnolia ISD. There's a small neighborhood in the back of the Woodlands that's kind of split down the middle and is zoned to Magnolia. All are great. I would direct you to do some of your own research or reach out to us. Question number 7, what is there to do in the Woodlands? Now, let me tell you, there's not a shortage of things to do in our community. And since our community was really built around nature, a lot of the activities do revolve around our parks and green spaces. There are 151 parks all throughout the Woodlands. They could be a small community park with a park bench in a little pond, or it can be a massive park like Terramont Park. You've got sports fields and disc golf courses, skate parks, tennis courts, pickleball courts, everything you could want. But they're on a spectrum. So we've got large ones, we've got small ones, but most commonly you're going to have a neighborhood park right around the corner from your house with slides and swings and a picnic table for your family to be able to enjoy those. There's over 220 hike, bike, and walking trails. Now, I personally am a big runner. I've run the Woodlands Marathon. I've won the Woodlands Half Marathon. Some of my very good friends are actually from my running group, so we're outdoors a lot running on the sidewalks and on the streets of our community, and it's very much so an active community. Now, there are 14 swimming pools and water facilities in our community for the residents. We've got the Woodlands Pavilion, which is a great outdoor attraction. It's one of the largest amphitheaters in the nation, and it seats over 16,000 people. There's community events. In Market Street, there's lots of shopping, but in the center of Market Street is a green space where they have outdoor concerts and smaller events put on by the Woodlands Township for its residents to enjoy. Additionally, there's 7 championship golf courses in our community, which is over 135 holes of golf that you can play. So again, there's no shortage of things to do outside in the Woodlands, Texas. Question number 8 is, are there jobs in the Woodlands? Yes, there absolutely are. Like I said, there's a downtown area of the Woodlands and town center. In fact, there's over 2,100 employers in our community. Yes, a lot of our community is built up of oil and gas companies. There's actually a ton of medical in our area. We've got a lot of beautiful hospitals that are close by, and they need a lot of staff. They need a lot of doctors. And so those are big parts of our economy. But we're also seeing things like tech come to our area. There's a headquarters for HP just outside of the Woodlands. A lot of these buildings that are in the commercial districts are actually being leased to sometimes startup companies and a variety of other, employers that want to be close to where their community is. And we're continuing to seeing an influx of companies relocate to North Houston and choosing the Woodlands to be their destination because their employees will get to live in an awesome community. The 9th question is, what are my property taxes going to be whenever I move to the Woodlands, or really Texas? Now, we do have a whole video explaining how the property tax system works, but to give you a quick synopsis and to talk about the Woodlands specifically, your home's value that you're going to be taxed on is going to be on what's called the assessed value. Now, that is not your sales price. That is not what the bank appraised your home for. It's not what you paid for your home, but it's a third party kind of independent what the appraisal district values your home at. Specifically in the Woodlands, you're going to see much lower property taxes than some of the newer areas around us, than in Cypress or in Wood Forest or all the way out in Spring. The average property tax rate in our community is going to be from 1.8 all the way up to 2.3%, which is much more affordable than some of these newer communities that have over 3% of that assessed value. Now, the reason for that is our community's been here for 50 years, and so people have been paying into all the infrastructure that we have, but it is nice to know that that ongoing expense is gonna be lower here in the Woodlands, Texas. Question number 10 that we get on almost every phone call with a future client is, what is the real estate market like in the Woodlands? Now, one of our most recent videos, we talk about, is the Woodlands market gonna crash, or what are the actual data numbers of the last year in the Woodlands? How does that affect home values? So we just made that, so be sure to check out that full video as well for some additional insight. But the short of it is that the Woodlands has continued to have a strong real estate market. Homes are only on the market for about 30 days or less. They're selling for about 99 to 98% of the price that they go listed on the market for. And again, this is obviously subject to how nice the house is, how much updates it has, but that's what we've seen in the last year. And even this specific year, coming off of what was considered a lower, slower year in the real estate market. Again, the Woodlands has a diverse amount of homes for you to choose from $300,000 all the way up to $5 million. So there's the right property in the right location for you. It's just a question and figuring out what village is right for you. Is it important to be close to schools or close to the freeway for commuting? If that is you, reach out and we'd love to start having those conversations to help you discover what it might be like for you to live in the Woodlands. I hope this video answered a lot of your common questions, as it has for a lot of our past clients. Now, if there are additional questions you have, go down and comment on this video. I'd love to either make a whole video on it, or we'll just answer the questions down in the comment section. Hey, if you want to reach out to us, down in the description is going to be a link for you to send us an email or book a call with us. Even down below will be my phone number too. So reach out if you have any questions at all. I'd love to answer them. Thanks for your time, and we'll see you on the next video.